Welcome to ForexTV.com's PM Exchange. It's Wednesday, December 26th. I'm Remy Hokie. Today we bring you a special year-end Forex report. In 2007, the U.S. dollar fell 9% against the euro and 4.2% against the yen. Meanwhile, the U.S. currency declined 1.2% against the British pound. In 2007, the Federal Reserve cut interest rates 3 times to support economic growth here in the U.S. At its last meeting on December 11th, the FOMC cut the Fed funds target rate by 25 basis points as widely expected to 4.25%. The Fed also cut its discount rate by 25 basis points to 4.75%. So as we head closer to the end of 2007 and get ready to ring in the new year, let's take a look at the FX forecast for 2008. ForexTV.com's Caitlin Sisney brings us a special FX report.
As 2007 comes to a close, we wonder what the new year has in store for foreign exchange. Whether or not the central banks will still have a big impact on the Forex market is an issue many are weighing. Brown Brother and Harriman's Mark Chandler gives his view.
Now, the last time the G7 intervened as a group, coordinated fashion, was in October of 2000. And everybody came up at the time with all these reasons why the euro, this great experiment in Europe, was going to fail. And so the central banks intervened, and that was the bottom of it.
With the euro having reached record highs in 2007 against the dollar, some doubt that the central banks maintain the power they once held.
I think maybe Sun Tzu would argue that it's not good to underestimate your adversaries. And in the marketplace, we often think of central banks as partly our adversary. We're battling wits against them. But I think it is probably imprudent to underestimate their ability to still influence the market, despite them not having the same size or relative size.
While Chandler thinks it's premature to count the central banks out, DeWalker Jagannath of IKON doesn't give the central banks quite so much credit.
Certainly, if all the major central banks in around the world, if they were to choose to go into a pro-dollar policy, certainly that would have a major impact. But as with most of these, having lived through the early '90s FX markets, most central bank actions have a sharp or protracted impact in the near term, but in the long term, fundamentals will always come back to the FX market space.
However, Jagannath isn't convinced fundamentals will help the dollar rebound too quickly in the new year.
I believe in the long term, 2008, we will see a rebound in the dollar, but we will have a tremendous amount of volatility in between. The fundamentals in the U.S. economy are pointing towards at a best case scenario, a soft landing, in a worst case scenario, a full recession.
Chandler doesn't agree with Jagannath that we'll have to wait quite so long to see the dollar rebound. In fact, he believes the greenback is bouncing back as we speak. So, will the dollar follow the downtrend of the past year or the uptrend of the past month? While our two experts don't exactly agree on timing, they both agree that eventually the dollar will make a full recovery. Reporting for ForexTV.com, I'm Caitlin Sisney.
That was Caitlin Sisney with her year-end Forex report. And that's it for today's special edition of PM Exchange. I'm Remy Hokie. Join us tomorrow morning for your latest news update right here on ForexTV.com. Have a good night.